to the Salty Truth Podcast. I'm Lexi Kaufman, your luxury-loving, deal-closing, reinvention queen who has literally built a career off of saying the things that only other people think. Each week, I get real about ambition, relationships, money, motherhood, and what it truly means to be a powerhouse woman balancing big dreams and real life. I get the opportunity to sit down with individuals that are truly making transformations and redefining success, raising the bar and refusing to play small. So let's get cozy, grab yourself a glass of wine, martini, whatever that fabulous drink might be, hit subscribe, and baby, let's get salty. Hey Salties, Lindsay here. Welcome back to another episode of Salty Truth. And do I have something in store for you today? I get to have an amazing guest, which is actually my own daughter, Miss Lexi Kaufman. Lexi is going to be hitting on some components today that you are going to want to hear. One, we're going to chat about what it's like to be raised in Utah as a non-LDS. Second, what it's like to be raised by a young mom. Another big piece that I think you're going to want to hear if you have kids or maybe young adults, kids in high school, what she brought in her young 20s, what she learned, and what she's delivering now. So we will get started.
Yeah.
Welcome, Lexi.
Hello.
Welcome to your mom's podcast.
How exciting. I finally get my feature.
Oh, I love it. Well, let's dive in.
Yeah.
Salty truth.
Yeah. Growing up in Utah as a non-LDS, I think the persona of it, or I guess if that's what you say, has shifted a lot.
Yeah.
In like the past few years. Like I'm sure my siblings have a very different experience than I did. Growing up in Utah as a non-LDS was hard, especially where we live. There was a lot of things that people didn't like involve me in or want to be friends with me because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've witnessed it. I've watched it. I mean, I grew up here too. And so I definitely know how that can look. And it is interesting because even like with your younger brother, like he hasn't really gotten invited to like a lot of things. And I think it has a lot to do with the community that we're in. It's interesting to see, like, I don't know if you remember, he was a Boy Scout, and
Yeah.
Boy Scouts, a lot of it in this neighborhood was like through the LDS church.
Yeah, like through the ward.
Yeah. And I mean, this was several years ago, and I think he was in like second grade at this time, second or third grade. But they had announced that they were no longer going to be participating in the Boy Scouts, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
And so that kind of stopped. And because we weren't LDS and we don't participate in what they're doing since they weren't doing Boy Scouts, we really like had not very much neighborhood community. In fact, a lot of my neighbors, when I go walking with the dogs, they're like, "Oh, are you new here?" I'm like, "No, I've lived here for 10 years.
Forever." Yeah, no, I like one thing that I think is like one of my core memories as a child is I think I was in like third grade and there was this girl that we had like started hanging out a little bit. She was in my class. All my friends were in different classes and she was in my class and we had started hanging out and whatever. And obviously as third graders, you eventually want to go have play dates and stuff. And she came to school one day and she said, "My mom said I can't be friends with you anymore because you won't go to church." And I was like,
"What?"
Well, sometimes I go to church with my grandma and like whatever, but it was very interesting. And then being in the middle school dance team, being on the high school cheer team, like you're left out and treated differently by coaches and by teammates because you're not participating in the things that they participate in.
Yeah.
And just an interesting like mean girl dynamic that we kind of had to deal with growing up.
Yeah. And it's probably, do you feel like it's depending on the area that you're living in has a different impact?
Yeah, I mean, being downtown and like meeting people that went to high school downtown and things like that, they didn't have the same experience of like, they're like, "No, I had my friend group." And I'm like, yeah, I had my friend group, but also like we were all treated differently. And they're like, yeah, no, I didn't experience that. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I think it's just the closer you get to Utah County, the more so that kind of narrative is.
Yeah. Because I feel like Salt Lake has diversified a lot in the last handful of years, like increasingly.
Yeah.
Which you were in high school.
Yeah.
How many years ago?
I don't want to say.
It's been a handful.
Enough years ago.
It's been a handful. And yes, I think it has even changed a little bit more, and there's a lot more diversity locally in Salt Lake. But I would definitely say once you get more towards, like you said, Utah County, like I have friends that kids go to school out there. I know people that have moved in from out of state and they moved to Utah County not understanding or knowing the religious dynamic, and they end up wanting to be closer to Salt Lake because that diversity.
Well, it's
so
even
different.
too, like now with Connor, like looking at other places to live, it's like we could really afford to move out to like South Jordan, Daybreak, but then it's like, well, am I gonna meet any friends?
Yeah.
Am I gonna meet anyone that like we have the same values and we like, am I gonna be accepted essentially?
Yeah.
It's just a factor.
No, I have the same worry because we've been looking at some different homes, and because we want like more property, that's the area that we have kind of been looking at. And I'm like, I don't know if I would even be like a part of a community out here.
Like there's people out there. There's absolutely
there's obviously
out there,
people.
but it's like, one, how do I find them?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there's just no way to meet people anymore. And then two, like, where are they?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Where do these people exist?
Where do you guys exist? Please let me know if you are 24 and not LDS. Bang my line.
And this is for friendship.
Yes. Yes.
Speaking of that, I mean, how is it trying, now you're in a serious relationship, but like, what did it look like dating in Utah?
It was interesting. I feel like I definitely found a diamond in the rough, that's for sure. But there was like, I don't know, I had been in relationships where people were LDS and kind of not fully transparent about exactly what that meant to them and what like furthering a relationship meant for them. And so you would start going on dates with them, and then eventually it's like, yeah, well, I said I didn't really like care about getting married in the temple, but I actually really care about it. And you're like, well,
really? Yeah. So like it's almost like a fishing.
Yeah, like it felt like you go into this thinking like, oh well, like they participate in the church and he respects that, like I am Christian but I'm not LDS, like thing. And then as time went on, eventually that would come out of the weeds and you're like, well, I wish you would have been transparent with me from the start, because how much time did we just waste?
Yeah, that's a total waste of time.
Yeah.
And do you feel like, this is maybe a hard question to ask, but do you feel like dating in Utah, and especially guys that maybe had left the church or kind of acting like they're not participating in the LDS religion, do you feel like they get to a point, like you just said, that they're kind of like, oh, actually, maybe I do, and they just expect that a girl is going to follow that with them?
Yeah, kind of. Because, I mean, once, obviously I never got to this point with somebody, but like once, if it went on long enough where those kinds of feelings have developed and you have that love for a person, like they probably just expect you to be willing to do that, but not everyone is.
Yeah.
Like, that's not something that I would personally be willing to do.
Yeah.
I don't believe in that faith, and I have nothing against it, but I would hope to not be expected to join a faith because you do it.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. I know. I just wonder like how many girls date guys that aren't expecting to go into a religion or, LDS religion, whatever it is, but it's almost like an expectation, like, oh, well, they'll just follow me and do it anyway.
Yeah.
Especially the LDS religion, because I feel like the masculine thinking is that a girl is going to follow what I do.
Yeah. Yeah. And even, I mean, it reminds me of my little stupid high school relationship that I had. He was leaving on his mission and he straight up asked me, like, are you going to wait for me? And I was like, wait, what? Like, I'm sorry, what? Like, and it was just kind of a weird, like, oh, I didn't think that was what this was. And then obviously it didn't turn out that way, but just kind of an expectation of like, well, everyone else does it. And like, I have no shame to anyone that waits for a missionary, and it happens a lot. And if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But not even being in the religion in the first place, I was like, I'm going to college in like 3 weeks. What do you mean? Like, I want to go have fun and I want to go do the things that I want to do without feeling that way, I guess.
Yeah, 100%. So maybe this is a question that would be helpful for individuals, not just in Utah. I think this is in general dating, because I think as you start dating, one of the most important things is understanding who you are as an individual, having your foundation set, and knowing what you want out of a relationship, a marriage, and what that looks like, so you can't be kind of changed or someone dictates the way that's going to look. So what advice do you have for younger girls or girls your age, or, you know, whatever age group that could be, that in dating and finding somebody that you share like a vision with and values with, that you don't have to change who you are?
Yeah, I think honestly for myself, finding somebody that aligned with me and we just always get each other, and like honestly like a match made in heaven kind of thing, was really spending time with myself and learning who I am before reaching out and finding someone else to be with me. And I think a big, like my biggest piece of advice too is, at least growing up in Utah, just because everyone else is getting married at 21, 22, 20, 19, you don't need to do that.
Yeah.
Like, even thinking back to the girl I was before we had started dating, a year before we started dating to the person I was when we started dating, is a completely different person. And now we've been together for almost 2 years, and the person that I was in the first year of our relationship to the person I am in the second year of our relationship, completely different people.
Yeah.
My biggest advice is just to take time with yourself and learn you, because you change constantly. And especially like growing up and getting further into your 20s and stuff, you learn so much about life and just not even yourself, just other things in general. And you're not going to, I mean, if you do find the person you love at 20, go you. But that's not the case for everyone.
Yeah.
And you don't need to follow Utah's timeline of, well, normally people get married around 22, 23, I don't know, 20. If I had gotten married then, I'd probably be divorced by now. So,
well, yeah, because you change. Like, you know, do you really know who you are? And some people do. Some people might. Yeah. But until you actually have that foundationally.
Yeah. Growing up not religious and things, at the age of 23, I was 22, I kind of had this like curiosity of, well, what is this? And then I ended up blossoming into this, my own faith and everything. Yeah. And if I had married someone at 22 or 21, 20, my ideas and our values would have changed by that time. And this can happen further on into your life, yes, but like these are just such transformative years. Just spend it with you. Yeah. Learn you, love you, and figure the rest out later. Yeah. Like, it'll come.
Yeah. Well, I think it's good advice, because the better you can know who you are, what you want, the better your future is going to be. Yeah. Then you don't feel as stressed too. I mean, like, you know, you've had some transformative years, like you said. So let's go into what that looked like. You know, there's a lot of talk. A lot of people are like, go to college, not go to college. I mean, obviously, to get certain degrees, you have to go to college or certain jobs. Yeah. And some people may do well in college and some won't. But obviously, what you're going for, you have to have a degree in. And you attended the University of Utah. Yeah. And finishing out your nursing school. But the thing I wanted to hit on that I'm curious about is, yeah, you need your degree, but what did you find to be important about going to college that really helped you kind of figure out and determine who you are?
Yeah, I loved college. College was so much fun. I met so many people, my best friends. Like, I had a great time in college. Did I do well in school? Absolutely not. My priorities were not like, okay, I need to finish my degree in 4 years and I need to get out of here and I need to get working. My priorities were, okay, so Thursday night is wine night, Friday night, normally we stay in, but should we go out? Saturday, we're going to go get margaritas and then we're going to this bar. And that was my priority. Like, that is just how the cookie crumbled for me, and that's fine. I was able to join Greek life at the U and meet a ton of people I love, and a ton of people that will be with me throughout my life now.
Yeah.
And I was able to get a job through that sorority and meet even more people and network even more. And even through that, it was like, okay, well, now I think I'm ready. Now I think I want to buckle down and I want to finish school and get working. And now I have like straight A's in all my classes, and that would have never happened when I was 19, like just wanting to have fun. And
yeah.
So I think college can be different for people. Not saying that everyone should go to college and just flunk out and have the time of your life, but like, honestly, if I had pursued what I thought I wanted to do when I was 18, I would probably be back in the same position I am now, going to school and doing a career change. And not that that's a bad thing, but like,
yeah,
let yourself have fun. Let yourself live.
Yeah.
Like, you're only 20 for so long.
Yeah, like have fun.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, you should.
You should.
I hear like I was watching something the other day, and it was like, why send your kids to college? You're just wasting 4 years of money and this and that for them to party and blah, 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 which I get. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, but isn't that kind of like necessity to find out who you are?
Yeah. I don't like 90% of the things that I experienced in those 4 years, like have transformed me into who I am today. And anything I experienced, went through, positive or negative, like I wouldn't change it because I am who I am now and I'm proud of who I am now. And I'm sure the people that passed 4.0s in college and the people that flunked out of college, like I'm sure we all have the same, like I wouldn't change it.
Yeah.
But I had fun. That's all that matters.
I know. And it is fun. And I think it should be fun. And that's what, again, builds who you are.
Yeah.
I'm curious what you thought about Greek life and if you would recommend people joining.
Yeah. I love Greek life. Like, I met my best friends through my sorority. I would do it again and again and again. I'm advising for my sorority now, like as a mentor for the girls in college, and never pass up an opportunity to go to their leadership conferences, to their conventions. Everyone has their own personal experience with it, but I kind of went into the sorority not thinking, okay, this is my pass into the parties. This isn't like, I never had that mentality in it. And I think that's what made my experience so positive. Like every single year I was meeting more and more girls, and we were just like making more and more friends, going on more and more girls trips, and then getting involved in leadership in it. Getting involved in leadership, that was my major in college. Like, I didn't care about my classes or anything. I just wanted to participate in that and be all in that. And I honestly wouldn't change it for the world. I still hang out with all of my friends from my sorority. Like, they will be bridesmaids in my wedding, as cliche as that is. Like, I wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah. But that's how I think, and that's the, I think, importance of like college and getting involved in some of these things is you're meeting friends, you're figuring out who you are, and you're building one hell of a network.
Yeah, exactly. And like to this day, if I have, and especially with working with the sorority after college for a year, I have friends in all corners of the nation. If I moved to Georgia And I was like, hey, I don't have a place to stay. I could easily text one of my friends and say, hey, girl, do you care if I come couch surf for like a few days? I'm applying for a job, like whatever. Like I have so many people in my corner now, and I have so many people that would always like be there for me, which is awesome.
Something that I think is really important to hit on is an opportunity you had from Greek life that I feel like really helped you figure out who you are. Yeah. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, my job. That was honestly the coolest opportunity I could have ever experienced. I remember it was essentially me traveling all around the US, going to different universities, and I spent a lot of time alone.
Yeah.
And like a lot of time alone, to the point that like I really had to learn who I was and be comfortable with myself, and honestly like face some demons that I didn't even realize that I had in a way. Literally, I remember flying in for my interview into Denver by myself, and I think I'd called you sobbing because I couldn't find the baggage claim, and you were like, yeah, I was waiting for this one. But now it's like I could travel anywhere by myself. I could go do anything alone and I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
And like I think there was like a concert that I wanted to go to that Connor wouldn't have been able to go to with me, and I was like, oh, that's fine, I could go by myself. And he's like, what do you mean? Why would you go to a concert alone? I'm like, oh, because I've done that.
Because I've done that, actually.
But it really helped me learn who I was and what I wanted to do. When it came to nursing school, I was always kind of on the fence of like, is this something that I want to do? Is this something that like is me? And like, all those things. And being alone and by myself and everything, like by the end, I could not wait to come home and start nursing school and start working in patient care and having that kind of experience. And it was awesome to be able to learn about myself and have all those personal experiences.
Yeah. No, I think it's important. And I think that it's not necessarily like the independence of it. I think it teaches an individual strength and how to power through things.
Yeah. Yeah. And there was so many times that I would just be like at the house, like in bed or something, and be like, damn, I wish I was my mom. Like, or like when we were at training, I had missed Zach's 21st birthday and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, those were things that like it sucked in the moment, but it taught me a lot about getting through things and like just being able to power through things and like honestly put on a happy face, leave things at the door and like deal with it. And that was definitely not a virtue that I had before going through that job.
Yeah. So it kind of taught you not only like strength, patience, but also being able to be who you are.
Yeah.
And hold accountability to your own emotions.
Yeah.
And and like you said, leave some things at the door, because I think what's hard to learn sometimes, especially when you're younger, is that when you're going in for like a job, work, whatever it might be, a situation, you can't just take everything with you. No. It's not necessarily about like showing up authentically and being who you are. Sometimes you have to be more genuine and leave some of that stuff that's going on behind and be the best that you can be.
You can even see it in like your own coworkers today, and like I've seen it in my coworkers too, of like I've realized that especially working in patient care where you're so forward facing to people. When Grandpa passed away a few weeks ago, I was at work and it's not like I'm seeing patients. It wasn't like I was going to bring that in with me.
Right.
I think it's just important to learn not to like put a wall up and not be yourself and be this robotic person, but also like what can you do for yourself to handle a situation in the moment so that you're not carrying this with you the whole time.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Yeah.
Because even though some things are happening or happened or occurred, you still have to show up and produce in that moment.
Yeah.
And I do think it's a good lesson. I don't think it's like being fake or anything like that. Like they're truly things that we have to do.
Yeah.
And it's just how the world turns.
It is. It's how it all works.
Yeah.
I don't think that you get a personal rain check for every time you have a bad day. You don't get to call out of work anytime that you're not feeling it. Like And one thing I've learned, like, being on my own in the world too, is like, can't afford to do that.
Yeah.
like I have rent due on the 1st. I have this and this done. I'm having a really crappy day. Do I wish I could call out of work? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But also, like, especially with patients and stuff, like, you never know what someone's going through. Like, I can be that smiley person, that happy whatever person, and make your day for the 45 minutes we have you in clinic, and then that can be your moment, and then you have to go deal with the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Like, I'd much rather be that person than the kind of person that doesn't know how to handle their emotions to the point that I rub off on everyone else around me.
Yeah. No, I think that's a great lesson to learn and knowledge to have. And I feel like that's really good advice for individuals your age.
I used to be the type of girl that when I was in a bad mood, you knew it, and I ruined your day with mine too. And
hell yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
We
all go through
I was absolutely that person before, though. But then, like, even being told, like, you're always so happy, you're always so smiling. It's like, because now I know how to be that person when I'm not necessarily feeling that way.
Mm-hmm.
But not in a fake way. It's just because that's who I am now.
Yeah.
I would much rather you think of me as a happy person that made that 45 minutes of your day, rather than the girl that walked in and you were like,
oh, wow,
damn, she's having a bad day.
Yeah. No, it's important because you really are, like, influencing other people's energy, and the energy that you bring is the frequency that you hold.
Mm-hmm.
And we shouldn't be going around, making other people feel sorry for us or feel like shit if something's going on or we're in a bad mood. Like, that's stupid.
It's just, also, it's part of life.
Yeah.
Life has its moments where it really sucks, and everyone has their own personal moments, and yours isn't outshining anyone else's.
Yeah.
Like, just deal with it in private, deal with it with your family, deal with it with your friends. It doesn't need to
move on.
Follow you.
Yeah. It doesn't need to follow you everywhere. Okay. Speaking of, we've got our swiggies, our swigs.
I love these cups. They're so cute.
They are really cute. I haven't seen them.
They have what are they called? The hydro jug things with a bunch of my coworkers have them. They're really cute.
No, they are really cute. I haven't seen these new cups, but I don't drink soda very often. I feel like it's with you.
I try not to. I'm like a full soda addict.
Yeah.
It's bad.
So for those of you listening or watching the podcast, Swig is one of the larger soda companies here in Utah. It started in Utah.
Yeah, now it's everywhere. My friend that lives in Baton Rouge texted me and she's like, I'm going to Swig today. I was like, what?
Yeah. And it's like Swig or these soda drinks are just like the biggest thing for Utah, because I think it was mostly generated because the LDS religion, you do not drink out. You don't partake in alcohol
or coffee.
Yes. And this is like the Mormon version of
an iced latte or a martini.
Like, there's straight up lines at these soda shops at 8:00 in the morning.
Let me see what time it even opens. I think that would be...
I'm actually really curious. Which one did you get? I got the Diet Coke one, right?
I got you the Founder one.
I love this.
I got the Texas Tab, which actually in college, when we were all hungover, we'd wake up and be like, I need a Texas Tab.
Well, I think that the idea of what a dirty soda is actually was more of a Southern thing. Because I know from what I've experienced that Southern women have already started, like, this was a long years ago.
Yes.
Like,
yes,
what would be my grandma added like cream and things to their sodas.
Yeah, but then Utah was the one that said, okay, let's make this into, which it makes sense. Like, if you don't drink coffee and you need caffeine, like, you need a caffeine fix for the day, I don't know how many milligrams of caffeine are in that. I know there's a lot more sugar, but
I don't either. And I know if I'm going to have a soda, which I don't drink soda often, but if I'm going to, I love me a fridge cig.
Mm-hmm.
Diet Coke is my fave.
Yeah. I'm
all
on the
these-
Diet Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, all of these things added, like the founder, I think, is like cream, lime, and Diet Coke, right? Anyway.
Mine's cream and vanilla. It's so good.
Yeah,
So
it's
good.
delicious. Hey, I'm going to pause here for a moment. This episode is brought to you by myself, Lexi Kaufman Foreign with Coldwell Banker. I am your connection to Utah's luxury lifestyle. Whether you are looking for a modern architectural masterpiece in Salt Lake City or those sweeping valley views in Park City, a mountain retreat, maybe you want to ski in and ski out, I have helped plenty of clients find homes that feel like a reflection of their ambition and taste. From skyline penthouses and foothill estates to ski in, ski out, my focus is high-end service, refined design, and a personalized experience to make every transaction feel effortless. Because in Utah, luxury isn't about flash, it's about freedom, space, quality, and that lifestyle that comes with it. Are you ready to buy, sell, or invest in the Wasatch most exclusive properties? Connect with me, DM me, or you can email me, and that link will be here. Thanks so much. Okay, talking about dirty sodas, let's dive into this shit.
Yep.
Here's some good salty truth.
Yes.
The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Yes.
So I actually I'll admit, I don't really watch the show. I've seen some. I have friends that are obsessed with it. I've seen some, but I feel like I'm a little bit out of age on this one.
I mean, they all are
your age. Yeah. So I'm so curious because you are here, obviously in Utah, non-LDS. And I'm so curious your thoughts on this show. And didn't you just watch the...
Yeah, I watched the reunion last night,
the
actually.
reunion. Okay.
My thoughts on this show are, wow. It's very entertaining, and mentally I compartmentalize it by like, okay, what if this is real and what is produced? Because there's no way all of this is like actually happening.
Yeah.
I digress anyways, but like, I think one part of it that I see, which goes back to all of my like, learn who you are before you do stuff, is like some of these women are just like not happy in their marriages or not like trying to figure things out. And I'm like, could you imagine if you had learned to love yourself before getting all of this involved, having kids and all this? Like, yeah, it makes me very thankful that I do not have children. And yet. But it's just crazy. Yeah. I don't know. I don't personally relate with any of them. Yeah. And I think that makes the show kind of more interesting for me because I'm like, what is this life that you guys are living? Yeah. But I don't know. They seem to have fun.
I know. Well, what's crazy is that they're here locally in Utah. Yeah. But I'm like, this is not like where I live. This is not that reality. No. Like, is that a Utah County thing? Do they live in Utah County?
I think so. I think majority of them do. Which actually, I saw one of the husbands at my apartment.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He must have been going to the restaurant that they just opened there. Mm-hmm. But he was like, we had parked next to each other, and Connor was like, oh, excuse me, ma'am. And he's like, excuse me. I was like, oh, babe, that's the guy that in this scene, remember? And he's like, oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's funny.
I don't know. I think it's great. It's great. It's a great production for money for Hulu. That's for sure.
Yeah. 100%.
That's for sure. They're bringing in the money.
Because people have to be like, what in the hell's going on in Utah?
Like that. I just like, I don't know. At least me and my friends, we don't have that same, like, the way they all fight and the way they never get along and always disagree. And I've never experienced that. Yeah. But I don't know. I also haven't been in a content creating group with them.
Were they all friends before this show?
I don't think so. I think that one of them had created the like mom talk group. And the whole swinging scandal happened. Mom talk kind of blew up, and then more have joined Mom Talk since. I don't really know how it all worked out. But
I don't know much about it. I've seen some things as like, is it Whitney that joined or got on Dancing? No, not Whitney.
Whitney and Jen.
Okay, Whitney and Jen got on Dancing with the Stars. And then obviously it caught my attention that Whitney got the role of Roxy.
Yes, which I'm excited for it. This is a hot take. I think Whitney's great. I think like online people are so upset with because Whitney wasn't going to come back for this season. She was going to leave Mom Talk and be done. Yeah. And then Dancing with the Stars had come about and she's like, okay, well, I'm going to join because I want Dancing with the Stars.
Well, yeah, it's strategy. If you're not going to be strategic, why do anything?
It's like, this is how they're making their money. Like, this is how they're putting food on their tables. But she was the only one that was straight up like, yeah, I'm back because I want Dancing with the Stars. And
for her,
people on social media are like, oh my God, she's awful. La, la, la. Like, the whole internet conspired to get her voted off of Dancing with the Stars, and she did. Yeah. But then she got Broadway. Yeah. Like, I honestly applaud her because... like people thinking that they're there for sisterhood and not for money. Yeah. Like they're crazy.
Like you gotta be crazy.
They're crazy. Like any decision that these people are making is to bring in money for themselves.
Yeah. Well, it's just leveling up.
Yeah.
And even though I don't watch the show, like I said, I've seen a couple clips. I see different social media aspects, and maybe I need to go watch the show, but I don't know if it's one I could sit and watch.
I don't think you'd like it.
But out of everything that I've seen, I would 100% to agree and say Whitney is a badass.
Yeah, she's the only one with the balls to be honest. Yeah. Of like, yeah, this is strategy. These are my coworkers. Yeah. Like, yeah, they're friends, but like, also you guys kind of treat each other like crap.
Yeah, it's honestly, from what I've seen, it's disgusting. Yeah. Like, it's actually really weird.
How close of friends are. Like, they all have their friends, like Macy and Michaela's friendship. I don't know if you know who they are. Their friendship is awesome. Like, they are there for each other through thick and thin. And like, they have an awesome friendship that like, I think should set an example to everyone else of like, this is what it's like to be friends. Yeah. And you guys are clearly coworkers. Yeah. Which is fine. Crazy. You can be coworkers. You guys are co-working. Like
co-working.
Like, hello. But I don't know. I applaud Whitney for all the strides she's making in her career because it takes balls to be the only one that's actually honest of what they're doing and why they're doing it. And yeah, she did great on Dancing with the Stars. I was shocked when she was voted off. And I think I will be trying my best to get out to New York and see her in the Broadway.
Oh yeah, we gotta go.
I love that Broadway in number one.
Speaking of being raised by a young single mom.
Speaking of that, my 10th birthday, mom and grandma took me to New York for my birthday. And we were going to all these...
grandpa.
Oh yeah, grandpa was there. Too. We were going to all these Broadways. And I think it was like the last one that we were going to. Yeah. We had gone to like Mary Poppins. We went to Wicked. Yeah. And then last stop was Chicago. Yeah. Yeah. And I remember being there, and I think they had just started, and they started singing All That Jazz. Yeah. And grandma kind of turned to you and she was like, is she too young to be here? And you were like, I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe.
But I mean, to this day,
it's totally fine.
It's one of my absolute favorite Broadways. I literally watched the movie last night. So yeah, I absolutely want to go see Whitney, and I think she'd be a great Roxy Hart, but I've never heard her sing. So we'll see.
I know. I watched a thing actually, because now that she's made me interested in what's going on because of her strategic thinking and what she's doing as her personal growth. Yeah. So that has actually gotten me interested. Mm-hmm. And I was watching that she applied the interview that she did. She talked about sending in her vocals, sending in her tapes. Like, this wasn't just handed to her.
No.
Like, she was actively chasing
Pursuing.
this.
Yeah.
Yes. And she's placed herself in a position to be a badass and be like, actually, if I make this role, it would probably help. There would probably sell more tickets. Right?
Yeah. I'm pretty
Because
sure tickets for opening night were like thousands of dollars.
Yeah,
a
that's
piece.
crazy.
Like crazy.
Yeah.
Amount.
So
Crazy
good for her.
amounts of money.
Good for her.
I applaud her.
You fucking go, Whitney.
Yeah. I think that like to go from this like a Utah-based content creator to somebody on Dancing with the Stars to somebody on Broadway in New York. Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
And Roxy Hart of
all things, which actually
roles.
people have apparently there's like multiple people that have gone from Dancing with the Stars specifically to Roxy Hart roles.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'd have to look more into it. I didn't actually know, but like it's happened a few times.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm excited. So, Whitney, if you're listening to this, we like definitely trying to go to New York to see you.
We're Team Whitney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And huge Chicago fans.
Huge. We'll be
there.
And it happens to be over both of our birthdays.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So we need to make it happen.
Yeah.
I've never been to New York in February. No, we went to New York in February.
Well, technically it was March, but
it was March when we went. When you were, that was a long time ago. I've been since,
10.
but you haven't been.
I haven't
to New
been
York
since. The one time I have been to New York was when I was working that job.
Yeah,
and you were there with Zale, and I had a layover in LaGuardia.
Yeah,
and the second my plane started to land, I start crying. I knew my mom was in New York and they're going to all these Broadways, and I just wanted to go so bad. And then where did I fly after that?
I felt like you were going south.
No, I think that was my flight to like Virginia University. It was either University of Virginia or my flight to DePaul, which was in Greencastle, Indiana.
I know.
I was literally bald.
The three of us just need to go back, and we'll go to Chicago again because I introduced Zale to Chicago Broadway on that trip.
So good.
So we just need to go back and we just need to do it all again.
Yes.
I will go to New York and I will go to every single down Broadway and do nothing else.
Yeah. Well, I have a friend that lives there now, and she knows all the tricks to get super cheap tickets to all the Broadways.
Yeah. Well, we just started showing up like right before they would start.
I'm pretty sure that's what she does.
And get the seats that hadn't sold.
Yeah.
And I feel like Zell and I, when we were there, we did a lot of Broadways. In fact, I feel like we did New York fucking right.
You did.
We did the Broadways.
Yes.
We did amazing restaurants. We had a couple nights of going out and having drinks and having fun.
Yeah.
And then one of my favorites outside of the Broadway is we went into West Village and went to this spa that was just unbelievable. And I think we were there for like 4 hours. And then went to like one of the most amazing dinners I've ever had in New York at this delicious Italian restaurant. I couldn't even tell you the name because we weren't even planning on it. We left the spa and we were like, that place looks amazing, and just walked in and had the best dinner in New York. But I want to go. I think we need to go back. So February, I think we should do it.
I think we should.
We need to go to Chicago. Whitney's a badass.
Whitney's a badass.
I haven't even watched the show, and I'm Team Whitney.
No, I'm Team Whitney.
Yeah.
I can get some haters for that. I don't care. I think she's awesome. So
I love it. All right. Well, we will wrap up. Salty truth of the episode. I don't know, Lexi. What's your saltiest truth you can give?
I don't know.
I'm gonna put you on the spot.
I know.
What about like in your 20s? Saltiest truth that you've learned?
Saltiest truth is to stop thinking that you need to be in a relationship. Stop thinking that you have to check all these boxes and get all this shit done. Life is not that fucking serious. Like, literally just have fun. Do whatever the fuck you want. I'm almost 25 and I still am not checking all the boxes that need to be checked, and I'm absolutely loving my life and wouldn't change it for the world. So just go do what you want to fucking do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then hit up New York.
And go to Chicago. Go to the Broadways.
Go to the Broadways. All right. Well, Salties, that is a wrap up of today. I hope that this was some fun information. I know I love it, but Lexi's my daughter and I love to have her on my podcast and I love to just hang out with her in general. But some salty truths that she gave today, like I said, these are things that the young girls need to hear. These are things as moms that we need to hear. These are things that help us direct, guide, all of that good stuff. So some salty truths definitely hit today. And I think we all figured out we are Team Whitney.
Again.
And Whitney, I think we might see you in New York. So great job, girl. But Lexi, thank you for being on today. Thanks for being salty.
Of course. Gave all the truths.
I wonder how it happened. All right. Thank you so much. And I hope you have an amazing day. Please remember, if you love this podcast, which I hope you do, follow, subscribe, share with individuals. And if this is new to you, welcome to Salty City.